Hello, how are you doing this morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of day it currently is for you on this planet? How are you? I myself am doing pretty good. I'm kind of upset because this mouse, guys, if you go to Amazon and you see this mouse right here, abort mission. Do not buy this shite mouse. This is the worst mouse of all time. I've only had this mouse for a few months and it just stopped working. Out of nowhere, it just stopped working. And I got pretty frustrated because I really like using a mouse and not the mouse pad, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to use the mouse pad. So, I did a little experiment and tried to be, when you like tap the TV a little bit and it starts working, I try to do that with the mouse and it just didn't work. And that also made me remember the time when I had an iPhone 3 just for uh, I was like, I'm going to keep this iPhone 3 one day. I'm going to be rich one day. This is going to be like a relic one day. So I'm going to sell it for, you know, a lot of money. But that isn't going to play out because I was curious and I took the phone apart and completely ruined it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have kept it, but I was curious. Anyways, that's not important. I hope you're doing good today, and let us discover who the universe has chosen for today's opponent. I just bought a new mouse off of Amazon, and it looked more sturdy. But again, do not buy this shite mouse. Anyways, um, right. Okay, you're gonna take. But the story time I have today, an adventurous and a very adventurous story time. I do must say so myself. The first time I ever indulged in the magic fungi, and if you don't know what the magic fungi is, stick with me. Stick with me. You're gonna want to hear this adventurous story. Anyways, if you don't know what the magic fungi is, I am not going to explicitly say the word because I don't know how YouTube works with that kind of thing, with like drugs and things like that. Just know I can say psychedelic. I'm pretty sure I can say psychedelic. So yeah, psychedelic. First time ever taking the magic fungi. If you know, you know. It's basically a fungi that grows from the ground. I think it sometimes grows from cow shite. And you eat it, and you go through a trip. Anyways, so let me go through my first time ever indulging and tripping off of the magic fungi. So I had this friend, right? And he lived in a state next to me. He was pretty close, about an hour drive. Um, like an hour and 15 minutes or so. Not a bad drive at all. And we actually met, believe it or not, we actually met through PlayStation 5. Through NBA 2K17. I remember the day. I remember the day clear. The day is super clear. We were on 2K, and I needed a center, right? And I was like, hop on, and we played. And ever since then, we started talking and playing a lot. And we were like, you know what? Let's meet up in person. Why not? Met up in person. Our parents met each other's parents, and it was a good old time. I went over there a few times. He went over to my place a few times, and I have many, many story times with him. And I will call this person. David. Uh, of course, I'm not going to say his real name, but for today's story time, his name will be David. So skip a little bit of lore and timeline. First, I need to figure out if I go back here, you're gonna go here, and then I go back here, and then you go here, and I'm basically in trouble. So I'm basically going to have to go all the way back here. That's interesting. So I'm skipping a little bit of lore to get to this spot, right? I'm going to provide many more story times with David and I, but I think I'm gonna start. I don't think I am gonna start with this story. So at first he wasn't too much into to that thing, right? But eventually he did, and I'll provide that story time later on. But anyways, he one day was like, I don't know how it was brought up, but we became interested in the magic fungi. We were like, you know what? One day we should just take it together, because I definitely did not want to take it by myself, because I always heard, you should have somebody with you, preferably not also taking the magic fungi, but we're feeling a little dangerous, so why not? The first time actually I ever came into contact with the magic fungi, it was with Neo. If you don't know who Neo is, high school friend, I'm pretty sure I mentioned him in the first time I ever indulged in the Devil's Lettuce. So you haven't seen that, go check that out. He wanted me to drive him to Sonic to get a milkshake, to put the magic fungi in the milkshake so it would be easier to digest, right? And ever since then, I was curious. I was like, you know what? I want to try that too. I've always been a curious person. So sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worst. Being a curious person has its perks. It also has its negatives. So David and I, we were set on taking this together. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna cop the magic fungi, and I'm gonna drive to you. So I remember clear as day. He came pretty late. We went to a Thai food restaurant. Thai food's amazing, by the way. If you have not had Thai food before, I absolutely recommend you to try Thai food. Anyways, so he was pretty tired, so he actually didn't want to indulge that night. And he left the next day. So he just gave me my portion. We split in half. He gave me my portion. He took his portion, and me being the impatient person I was like, you know what? I cannot wait for tomorrow to try this. I'm going to take it now. And it was like 11. It was like 11 at night. And I took it, and I was like, I'm going to wait 30 minutes, and I'm going to see what happens. Well, 30 minutes goes by, and nothing happens. I did not feel anything. So, the time just wasn't right. Also, I'm probably going to have to play multiple chess games, because this is a decently long story time. So just keep that in mind. It didn't work. So, I was like, oh, that's tough. And, the texture, it was like, I always say that the magic fungi, naturally, if you ingest it naturally, or in its natural form, it's like dirt flavored beef jerky. Right? That's my best. That's the best description you're gonna get from me. If you have not indulged in the magic fungi, it's like the texture and the taste is literally, it tastes like earth, dirt, and has like a crunchy beef jerky like texture. That's my best description. And again, yeah, I didn't feel it, so I went to sleep. And he took it the next day, and he too said that he didn't feel it. So, the time just wasn't right. It would be ideal to get this story time done within this game, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Whatever. Anyways, he too didn't feel it. So we're like, you know what? It just wasn't right. It just wasn't the right moment. We're going to have to do it again. So we rescheduled, and we rescheduled it for the summertime because Neo, David, and we were all planning to go to the beach. Ooh, do I have a beach story for you guys? Stay tuned. Please stay tuned. I've got a lot of story times. Um, but that's a story time for another day. We scheduled the beach, but unfortunately, me and Neo, we had a little bit of a falling out, right? I'm not going to get into specifics, but just know we had a falling out, and the beach trip got canceled. And ever since then, I have not spoken to him until last month. Actually, he called up. He was like, "What's up?" We caught up and all that good stuff, and yeah. So yeah, David and I were still on the mission, and it didn't really hinder anything. You know, it would have been cool to go to the beach and to trip on the beach would have been exquisite, but you know, it didn't really change the main plan, which was to trip on the magic fungi. You know, you can do that anywhere. You don't have to be at the beach. Also, I must say, I do not encourage the use. I probably should have said this in the beginning. I do not encourage the use of any psychedelic substance or drug. Point blank, period. Use at your own caution. Proceed at your own caution. Of course, I cannot, can't control what you do, so I can just give that warning out. Anyways, back to the story. So David, he already got the magic fungi, and so we were like, we're gonna have to to meet up somewhere and do that. So I was like, you know what, this time I'm gonna go to you. And everything worked out for the best. Honestly, I went to his house. I went to his house, and I remember we chilled out a little bit, and then after like an hour or so, we went to the park. We went to a park that was behind the school. Let me go ahead and put my opponent in check. This is a good game, by the way. Wow. We went to not a park, but a trail. It was like a river, and there was like a trail, and there were trees, and it was all behind a school. It was nature, beautiful, all that good stuff. So, boom, we're in the parking lot. The weather is perfect, by the way. 4D weather. It is crystal clear, great weather outside. Ideal for a trip. Anyways, let me go ahead and put my opponent in check. I believe my opponent is trying to move their king down to the left side of the board. No, they're not. Okay, that's interesting. Let me go ahead and threaten the knight. Or do I put you in check and take your pawn? I think I will do that. So yeah, we're in the parking lot. Clear sky in the parking lot, and we split it in half, and this is the time. This is it. I take my portion, and he takes his portion. I'm a little hesitant at first, but he's like, we just got to go for it. We committed. We already committed. There's no going back from here, right? It's one of those moments. We ate it, and just really didn't know what to expect at all. So we eat it. We stay in the car for like 5 minutes, and then we proceed to the trail. And I'm kind of getting worried because I'm like, oh, what if nothing happens, right? I drove down here. I spent money. I spent money on this stuff, and of course, it was good seeing my friend going down and all that stuff. But still, like, it would have been tragic if it didn't work. But, oh, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it worked, right? So we're walking on the trail, and I'm starting to feel a little fuzzy and a little tingly. I'm starting to feel the tingle, and it doesn't hit fully, right? There's like stages to it. I'm not going to explain the stages. I'm just going to explain my experience. But there are plenty of YouTube videos out there, explaining the stages and all that good stuff. So, if you want a more in-depth analysis on the stages or whatever, go check that out. But yeah, so I was like, it's the beginning of stage one. You get you get the tingly feeling in the stomach. And then I began to get sick. My stomach began to get sick, right? There's something in the magic fungi that does not mix well with the chemicals in your stomach. And many times, people get sick. And I remember worrying about that. I was like, we can't eat. We can't eat. So far from my experience, I will say it's probably good to eat a little something, but I don't think I ate. And this is also not good because I'm going to have to put my opponent in checkmate with a bishop and a rook. But it's very possible. I just forgot how to do it. I forgot how to put my opponent in checkmate with a rook. I know it's very possible. Maybe it's easier than I'm thinking. Let me go here. Where do I go? Here? What am I doing? I think I go here. You're going to go here. And then I'm going to go, okay. Right. Allow me, sorry for the pause, but allow me to put my opponent in checkmate and let me start the next game so I can finish my story. But I really, really would like to win this game. So I'm going to focus because, I think this is it. All right, on to the next one. I will make sure that this is the last game. So where was I? Yes, I get sick and we're walking on the trail. I'm like, yo, David, we have to go back. Like, I'm about to hurl all over the place. And so we make our way back. And I drop to the ground. It's like I hit a knee because I can't walk any longer. I have to hurl in the grass. So I'm in the grass, looking down in the grass. Okay, and I'm hurling. I'm throwing my guts out. And once I'm finished hurling my guts out, I notice squiggly patterns in the grass. And the grass feels like a forest. And I'm noticing like squiggly patterns, like if you take like a bubble liquid container, it's got those cool squiggly colors. It was like those just in the grass, and like I felt at one with the planet that we call Earth. Let me go ahead and take the bishop, and then I'm going to threaten the knight so you can scooch your way out of my territory. Thank you very much. Oh, maybe I should have threatened the queen first. Okay. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is when I hit the come up, right? I'm coming up. It was like as soon as I'm done throwing up, I instantly transport into another dimension. That is exactly how it felt, and the trip began. And honestly, that is like the craziest part of the story. Nothing too crazy else happened. Like please do not do this. We were so stupid, but we drove around. Like pretty much the entire time we drove around, and I remember we got hungry, and so we got Wingstop. And like when you're tripping, right? It's like you, how do I explain this? When you're tripping, right? I need to explain this well. It's like you're feeling every emotion, and like you want to fix, it's like you see all of your problems and you want to fix all of the, you want to fix, you want to help people, you want to fix people, you want to fix your problems. Like it's just everything comes to your head at once. Like one ball comes into your head, and you pretty much just have to deal with it. And I'm about to get checkmated. Wait, am I about to get checkmated? You're going to take with the queen, and wait, am I in danger here? I think I'm fine, right? Boom. I believe I am okay. I don't believe there's any danger, but yeah, we get Wingstop, and so yeah, you're thinking about everything, and it's like, and what I was thinking, I want to be healthy right now, like, and I could also feel like the grease, I could feel the grease in sitting in my face, and I just wanted to flush it all out. Okay, this is very dangerous. I don't like this. I don't like this. Uh, what if I go here? What if I go here? I think this is cool. I don't know. I don't know. Is this cool? It's not looking the best for me because my king is very exposed, but hopefully I can fight through the fire. I am going through a storm right now. So yeah, I could feel the grease in my face, and I was like, you know what? I just want to be healthy. I want to drink water right now. I want to work out. That's what I was thinking, literally. Like, I wanted to improve myself immediately in the moment. So I was like, you know what? Let's just give the wing. Let's just give the wing stop out. Let's just give the food out. Did my opponent just blunder their piece? I believe they did. So we find this guy. We give the food out, and like there's so much going on in your head. It's like there's so much going on in your head, but there's not at the same time. Like it's just everything's going through your head while you're tripping. That is also why they say to not trip when you're like in a bad position in life, because like all of the emotions are going to just come in, and it's not going to be a good time. So make sure. Okay, so my opponent resigned, and we're going to have to play a third game. I didn't want to play a third game, but unfortunately my opponent resigned, and sometimes things don't work out for the video. But anyways, this absolutely is the last game. If this isn't the last game, I'm just going to finish the story time and not play a game. So yeah, we pass out the wings, we're driving, and we're like, oh, this is the time when the second Miles Morales movie came out. Miles Morales, I forgot what the movie is called, but the second Miles Morales movie. I loved the first one, and I really wanted to see the second one. So we were like, we don't really know what to do. Let's go watch Miles Morales. So that was later in the day. We still did a few things in between. Go here. Oh no, 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 bro. Oh no, why did I just do that? Oh my gosh, that is infuriating. Okay, yeah, just go ahead and take our rook. Ah man, I literally was only one square. Whatever, it already happened. There's nothing we can do about it. And this game's not looking too good. I'll take 2 wins today. But where was I? Right, so we had the plan to go to the. We're driving. We're super happy, like so happy. And I remember we hit this other park. We hit this other park, and oh, that's what happened. We were like, oh, let's go get fruit. Let's go to the store and get fruit. We hit the store, and the store was the most wicked experience. Like the lights are bright. It feels like everybody is watching you. Like it feels like everybody is hearing your thoughts. That's what it feels like in the store. It felt like everybody was listening to my thoughts. I feel like everybody was like trying to it felt like everybody was trying to know what we were up to, right? That's what it felt like. But we get fruit, we get like the mix variety fruit, and we hit the park to eat this fruit, and we're just talking, right? Me personally, when I am tripping, I am a talker. Like I yap, yap, yap. So we're just yapping the whole time. Happy, like super happy. It was a very good trip, like super positive, super happy. Um, and I also remember driving to this neighborhood. Like we're looking at the houses. We go to like a neighborhood with big houses. We're like, you know, thinking, oh, one day I hope we have houses like these. And I remember even stopping at. Oh, I remember making this one comment while we were traveling through the neighborhood. I was like, I feel like we're exploring this land for the first time. That's what it felt like. It felt like we were explorers exploring a land. So we were driving to this neighborhood, and I remember stopping at this one part. It was like a field with like a tree, and we literally like hop out and start exploring this tree bush area, right? And like everything is just elevated. Like the world is elevated, right? I don't know how else to explain it. The other thing is like you will not, and it's getting dark. Um, I might need more lighting. It's okay. I think it fit. I think it fits the vibe. I think it's appropriate. And I one of my favorite parts of the trip, we went to another park. I know, another park. We went to another park, and it had like the swings and the slides and everything. And on our way to the park, it felt like I was a giant stepping over a forest. That's literally what it felt like. Like the ground beneath me, and each step felt like it shook the earth. Super cool, super cool. And we get to the park, we get to the swings, and David pulls out a golden wrapping paper for the devil's lettuce. Like literally a gold wrap. Like this is no figure of speech. He literally pulled out a gold wrapping paper, or not a wrapping paper. What do you call that? Gold paper. What am I doing here? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, are you gonna sacrifice something here? I can't go here because I'm in trouble. Um, are you gonna sacrifice? Are you gonna take my H pawn? Are you gonna take my H pawn? Wait, what? What is going on here? Take my H pawn. Hold on, I had to think about this. Okay, you're gonna take my H pawn. You're gonna sacrifice. Boom. Take. Boom. That's not good for me. That's actually a good move by my opponent. So I think I'm gonna go here. And I roll up the golden joint, we will say, the golden J. And as we are puffing on this golden J, like there's no point in even doing so because I'm already as I'm already beyond the universe. Like I can't go any further. So, I'm basically just killing my lungs for no reason, right? I'm just breathing in smoke. No reason again. Okay, my opponent is blundering this game, by the way. We're just going to take that. And yeah, nothing else too crazy after that. We go to the movie theater, and it's nighttime by this time. I got a notification. Is that I mean over? Um, what if I go here? I'm gonna go here. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Yeah, nothing else too crazy. We go to the movie theater, and in the line of, it was a big line. We get to the movie theater. It was a big line, and this is where the trip started to wind down. And um, as we are watching the movie, it is fully winding down, and my opponent is attempting to checkmate me. I see you. I see you. So we're gonna go here. Good movie. The first one is better, in my opinion. Another thing also, the first time I saw the first Miles Morales Spider-Man, we actually saw it together. We used to have like movie nights on the PlayStation. We have to. Did I say PlayStation 5 earlier? I meant to say PlayStation 4, not the PS5. PlayStation 4. We used to have these like movie nights where we would sync the movie perfectly and watch them, and it was a good time, great times. And that was actually the first time we watched Miles Morales. So, it was only right to end the trip off by watching the second movie. Again, good movie. The first one's better, though, I will say. Um, okay. This is a scary situation. Um, I'm gonna go here. What else? What else can I say? I feel like I talked very fast. I'm sorry if I talked. I'm sorry if I spoke fast. Right? It's just like when I'm playing chess and I'm telling a story time at the same time. It's like my brain is just boom, 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 boom. Like everything is rapid fire. So, I hope you enjoyed the story time. The next video will actually be my second time indulging the magic fungi. This was my first time, and it's only right for me to tell you about my second magic fungi trip, which was actually recently. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to do that whenever the time comes. If you enjoyed the story time, I hope you enjoyed the story time. I apologize if I spoke very fast. But if you enjoyed it, please, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, so you can stay tuned to see or to watch or to listen to me ramble. And this video is going to be a long video. It's already running 34 minutes. Whew, that took a lot of energy out of me. Took a decent amount of energy, and my opponent is selling the game. So if we can get 3 wins today, That would be pretty cool. Okay, so you go there. I think. Okay, so you saw the fork. Oh no, you just blundered your knight. Okay, nice. Well, we are now in the lead. And you just got forked, buddy. You just got forked. Beep, 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 beep. How does it feel? How does it feel? I'm gonna go here. Wow, this would be an amazing comeback to end off the video. That would be ideal. Anyways, since I don't have anything else to talk about, how has your day been going? I hope it has been going exquisitely. Ooh, I'm actually gonna go here, hoping that my opponent takes the knight, so I can now take the rook. But my opponent sees the trick that I just tried to pull off, so they're not gonna fall for it, unfortunately. And they do something even worse. Oh no, they put me into check. Oh, makes sense. Am I getting checkmated? I'm getting checkmated. Oh no, this is perpetual. This is perpetual. No way. That's how it ends. That's crazy if it ends like that. Oh, well, bummer. Oh no, that's checkmate. That's checkmate. My opponent could have checkmated, I believe. Wouldn't that have been checkmate? Did I blunder somewhere? I believe I blundered somewhere. I definitely blundered somewhere. Yeah, that would have been checkmate right there. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. What else? What else is there? This is an awkward moment. I don't really have anything else to say. Go check out the past videos. I guess. Oh, and we just blundered the rook. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm so far out of it at this point that I don't know what's going on. I could have came back and won this game, but my brain is like, please stop. That is what my brain is telling me to do right now. It's like, please stop. This can't be good for you, my friend. But my only hope is to push these pawns down the field, and if my opponent allows me to queen, I mean, they just should not be allowed to ever play this game again. I'm just kidding. Everybody makes mistakes, but that's pretty bad. Oh, who has heard about the new Harry Potter show coming out? I heard a lot of criticism. People don't like the casting, and people are hating on it very much. I will not hate on the movie. I am a Harry Potter fan. My mom loves Harry Potter, so I like Harry Potter. I do like Harry Potter. I want the show to succeed. My opponent is possibly going to allow me to queen in this situation. Okay, let me go here. But what is your opinion on the new Harry Potter show that is coming out? And it's supposed to run for 10 years or something like that, which is crazy. Oh, of course, I put my king in the worst situation possible. If you stayed this long, I mean, that's thank you. If you're still here with me, hi. How are you doing? Can this game end already? Like, oh my goodness. I mean, that would be a miracle if I could even queen. Oh, no, okay, you're going to do that. Wow, interesting. All right, well, okay, I guess. That would be hilarious if we won on time. Like, I just don't, like, is my opponent okay? Like, you have two queens, my guy. What's going on? You have two queens. It's okay. You're allowed to checkmate me, my friend. Like, it's gonna be okay. Go ahead and put you in check. I mean, why not? Yeah, that should do it. That should do it. Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, there's no stopping that queen. And I'm pretty much just a fish out of the water here. You know, that would be very, very suspicious if my opponent lost this game on time. Like, what are we doing? Can you just checkmate me? Like, I am actually rooting for my opponent to put me into checkmate. I would not like to see my opponent lose this game. That would be absolutely devastating. But it just doesn't seem like they can put me into checkmate. It's like they're scared to do that. Like, just put me into check. Oh wow. Wow. So can you believe that? A stalemate. After all of that, a stalemate. I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. Oop. So yeah, just a few last remarks. Again, I do not encourage the use of any mind-altering substance. But if you do plan to partake, please know what you're getting yourself into. And the video's gone pretty long, so I'm going to have to end it here. I hope you have found peace in your day. If you have not already found peace in your day, I hope you eventually find peace. And I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.